Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the App Incubator segment of the show. Now, we're here at Zamtel House with the inimitable Zamtelligent Team IT and with Milimo. Now, Milimo, last time we had a look at the home screen, and this week I believe we're going to be looking at the operators. So what ideas are we hatching this week?
Okay. This week, we'll be looking at developing the operator screen. This will give us a list of all operators, whether it be bus operators or flight operators, for our TravelMate application. And our operator screen shall look like this. It will have a whole list of different bus services. And I shall not go into details. For Alinaswe, will take us through the actual code that we used to develop this particular operator screen. Over to Alinaswe.
Thank you very much, Milimo. Continuing from where we left off last time, which was the home screen, today we'll just move forward and look at the development, the actual development of the list of operators. So I'll take you straight to the code. Now, there are three basic pages which I'm going to take you through today. The first one is the list view. This is what we call the list view. And then the next one is the list item. The list item which is the view of each of these items in this particular list view. Then the third one will be the actual Java code which runs in the background to show what really happens in the background and what really produces the result we are going to be seeing in the XML page or in these actual GUIs. So to go straight into the code, this is the list view. Now for the list view, you have to ensure that you take note of the ID. Ensure that the ID is ID/list. If you change it, you may be facing a few challenges here and there, but just ensure it's like that. This is what the Android API looks at. Then we go to the list item menu. We look at it in detail. So in the background, what we have is a text view. The first text view is not visible because this text view is what holds the ID we are going to be sending to the next page. Then we have another list view. This other list view is the one that holds the name of the name that we are going to be displaying. The name I'm talking about is this actual name we are seeing here as Zamtel buses. Okay. With that said, let's look at the actual code, the Java code, which does this work. Okay, so we have a class. We've called it all operator activities, which extends list activities, which is part of the the Android API. Now here, I'll mention the basic declarations that we need to ensure are there for the basic running. We need to have the progress dialog, as well as the JSON parser, the array list, which is the list which is going to be holding all the lists items we are going to be getting from the database. Then we'll also have the string, the URL string, which will take us to the page where we are going to be getting the JSON objects from. Going further down, we have the object type, the object transport type. Now this object transport type is the object which we get from the home screen. When it lands here, from this object type, all we get from it is the ID. And this ID is the one we actually send to our JSON object or to our database to retrieve all the much needed operators. So now let me just show you how we load all the operators into the array list. So in the background we have another function a class which we are calling load all operators. Now what this load all operators does is it sends an HTTP JSON request, which goes there. We are getting the ID we got from the object, loading, picking the particular information, loading it into a JSON page, and then from the JSON page, we load the information into the array list, which we then view. And from that, that array list is the one which contains all the information which we end up seeing in our array list. And with that said, we end up seeing this as the final result. So those are some of the basic steps you take in coming up with this. So for more of this information or more explanation on this, you can go to our YouTube page or our YouTube channel, where you will find more information. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us, viewers, on this segment of the show. But please try to visit the Zamtel website, where you can get additional information not only about this particular episode, but also previous episodes. We have started uploading some of our material on YouTube, and I think you'll find that extremely useful as you go about developing your app. So we hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to hosting you again next week. Thank you very much, and good night.